Hi, my name is Greg, and today I'm going to talk about data. Data is quite a boring subject to most people, but today I want to convince you why I think it's really cool and something to think about. So, even a typical small business is going to use a number of tools to conduct its business. So it might use a CRM to interact with customers, an email tool to directly communicate with people, a chat tool to communicate internally. They might have information from the marketplace they sell on. They probably use an email marketing software. And to do data analysis, they probably use a tool like Excel. Well, a lot of times you're passing information around between tools. For example, if you want to send out an email blast, you have to download the latest information from your CRM. Or if you want to do some analysis on order trends, you might have to download files from your marketplace into Excel. Or if you have a customer interaction, you might want to discuss it among your team first. So you discuss it in your chat program, and then you send it back to the email program. And at the end of the day, you have all of these different pieces of information flying around. And this is only for a very small business. Imagine what it's like for a business with 10, 50, 100, 200, 500 people. And the worst problem with this is a lot of times you have information asymmetry. So these systems are not synced up, and a lot of times you might make mistakes, and you might even annoy the customer because you're not on top of where everything is. Well, there's a simple solution to this, and it's called centralizing your data into a database. So instead of having all of this information flying around, the database is the ground truth source of information. So everything is synced up with this, and you can know at any time the status of any order, any customer within your system. But that's just the beginning. When we take our database, we can actually do more with the data, more than just our customer orders and customer interactions. We can go access publicly accessible databases. We can grab data from marketplaces like Taobao and Amazon. We can go grab information from the App Store and the Google Play Store. And we can download financial data. And we can all add this to our database. So this is information that's outside of our customer interactions that's added to our database. And this is called enriching your data. But a bigger database with more data doesn't just do anything on its own. You have to employ data scientists to make sense of the data and maybe hire some programmers to do some machine learning on that data so that you can gather some meaningful insights. Now, this has all been really abstract, but we're about to get into some really cool examples. So when your whole system works together, you have a lot of power. Now, I want to talk about the concept of a moat. In medieval castles, a lot of times you would see a design where you have a castle and then a pool of water completely surrounding the castle, protecting it from the outside world. Well, in modern business, a moat is a key competitive advantage that you have that is very hard to duplicate by competitors or comparable companies. So in this case, I want to convince you why data is a key moat in your business. So the first example is McDonald's. McDonald's gathers information from all of the customer transactions they've ever done. Well, when people go order from McDonald's, their information boards now are customized based on the weather, the time of day, and a bunch of other different customer information. They can even potentially predict what kind of customer is going to order based on certain demographic information, so they can show the correct information to different people at different times of day. That makes them more money. Uber Eats, well, they started doing data analysis on their data, and they calculated the times to cook food. So they would know almost exactly when food was going to be ready at any given restaurant, and they could reduce wasted time and allow drivers to get on more routes. And Netflix gathers a bunch of information from everything you do on the platform, and they give you suggestions on on which movies and TV shows you should watch that it thinks you will like the most. So these are just a few examples of companies leveraging their data to become the key players in their industries. I want to know how you're going to create your competitive moat with your data. If you want to talk about this, I'd love to take a few moments with you. Please send me an email. Thanks and have a great day.